we are on the page number 14. Today I think so we'll be covering all the things that has been required. So I think we have already covered with the components. We have gone into federated data warehouses. Then we have talked about the dimensional modelings, that is ER model and dimensional model. We have gone into data warehouse schemas in last session, that is star schema. Then we have talked about into star schema the dimensional table, the fact table, the fact list fact table, the granularity. We have in the yesterday session we have talked about the snowflake schemas also. Now in today's session we'll be talking about the metadatas, the categories of metadata, and how this been managed. Basically, what are the tools been available? It's a very simple. So today itself we'll be winding up with chapter number 2. That's it. Okay. So up till now, point 1, 2.1 to 2.4. Is there anyone has having doubt? You have not understood anything about this point? No one? Shall we move further for these two parts that is remaining from this chapter, that is metadata and some classification, all those things and strategies for metadata? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the 2-3 pages are then we'll be ending up with this today's session. Okay. So that will be clear. Now yesterday we have gone through these differences. Now today we'll be talking about what we call as fact controller constellation and data warehouse modeling. What is fact constellation? Okay, exactly. Now this fact constellation is a schema for representing multi-dimensional models. This is add-on. I want to give it an add-on to as far as the schemas are concerned. Now it is a collection of multiple fact tables having common dimensional tables, just like if there is a common dimensional table. Suppose this is the common dimension, and we have a two fact tables, and we have this, we are fetching a data from these tables which are common to both. In this case it is viewed as a collection of several star schema, and hence it is called as a galaxy schema. This is the third type of schema. We call it as a galaxy schema. Pehla schema humne jo padha tha, that was star schema. Then we have in yesterday's session we have gone into the snowflake schema, and now this schema which is interconnected, that the dimensional tables are connected to the multiples fact table. In this situation we called it as a galaxy schema. Okay, ध्यान में रखना इसका definition. It is a collection of multiple fact tables having common dimensional tables. It can be viewed by a collection of several star schemas, and hence it is called as a galaxy schema. This is the third category of schema, and it is one of the widely used schema for data warehouses. Widely used, designed, and it can have a more complex than a star and snowflake. It is the most complex. मैं ध्यान में बोल रहा हूँ, this is the most complex, and it gives a very good result. That's why it is working more precisely in data warehouses. And for example, I have shown you in this example, you just read this example. This is a simple example. You will see the dimensional tables at the periphery are not in any color, but the fact table that is connected to the dimensional table, but which are common to the fact table 1 and fact table 2, this common data tables will be converting this star schema into galaxy schema. This is the only definition. Okay. So this is what the star galaxy schema is, and we'll have one example like this one. Okay. So this is the fact table, one small example. I think this is visible to everybody. So this is student table, and this is training and placement officer table. Okay. Now these two tables, these are dimensional tables, because that is containing information of student, this is containing information of TPO. And what is the transaction? There are two transactions. One is workshop been arranged, and second one is not a placement drives, because multiple times we are having multiple companies, but that will be connected to student, and that will be connected to the one TPO only. So fact tables, the data will be updated as and when required. So these two tables are connected with two dimensional, the two fact tables are connected to the two dimensional tables which are common, and that's why there is this left side there is a company database that is connected to the placement office, and there is institute training institute that is connected to the workshop. So this type of example is just for the example of getting information about what is exactly the galaxy. So fact tables are nothing but a placement table and a workshop table, and the dimensional tables that are connected to two fact table is your student and TPO table. So are you clear with this galaxy like structure of a schema? Yes or no? Yes or no? I want a feedback.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Anybody is having any doubts? This is the most important schema because मैं फिर से बोलता हूँ, it is most widely used schema. You should understand what is the structure, then only it is important. So okay, there is the example I have explained as far as the galaxy is concerned. It is not there in syllabus, but you should be very much precise. That are three types of schema: star schema, snowflake schema, and galaxy schema. This ये three differences आपको पता होना चाहिए. MCQ might be asked. Okay. Now the most important thing that we will be discussing, that is the metadata. Now what is metadata? I have already told you. Anyone can elaborate me what is metadata? Data about data is called metadata. This is the only definition. What is exactly meaning of this word data about data? Yes, can anyone tell me? Metadata is simply defined as data about data. Is called as a metadata. Simple. Can anyone? Yes. Again, I will put in an example over here. I am putting like this 101. Okay, I am saying E101, then we shall sing, and I am putting like this number, like, okay, and then I am putting a number like this. Okay, then I am putting number like this. Okay, it's a third big number. Okay. Okay, and then I'm putting one more number over here. Okay, and I'm putting something like this, nothing like this. Okay, if I'm having this record like this one, so I have multiple records now. Okay, if I have multiple records like this one, and this is Vishal Singh, this is Rohit Kumar, and then Vinod Raj, Mohit Jain, Vinit Bora, Sunil Sethi. Okay, so these are the number. Now, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Can anyone tell me?
Data.
It is data. Okay. Now, data मतलब क्या? A combination of rows and columns in a logical way. Now, this is when if I say like this one, if I say like this one, now this is logical view. This is logical view, and if I'm adding something into this is called the physical view of any table or any data. Okay, database के अंदर अगर ये स्ट्रक्चर होता है जिसको हम लॉजिकल स्ट्रक्चर बोलते हैं, बट अगर इस स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर आपने कुछ डाल दिया, दिस बिकम्स अ फिजिकल डेटा. नाउ can you tell me what is this number is? Can anyone tell me what is this number? Do you have the information or any idea about this? This is the name. If I add something like this, okay, now what is this then? Yes, you cannot predict, you cannot understand what is exactly this one unless and until you are having some data about data. Are you getting? You cannot understand the data unless you have data about data. This is the only definition. That is, metadata is simply data about data. So I want to get the information of the data. See, what is about this data? So if I say this is employee ID, and this is called as an employee name, and this is called as a manager, and if I'm saying that this is a contact number, and if I'm saying this is Aadhaar number, and if this is I'm saying PIN code, so now this information will be maintained in this fashion, in this way. Now this is called as a metadata. Data about data is called as a metadata, and this section, the bottom part what we have covered, is nothing but your data. So are you clear with this concept of data and metadata? Yes or no? If it
Yes,
is
sir.
not there, if it is not there, what is this? This is data, and you cannot understand what is exactly this contains. And if you go for metadata, you will be getting what exactly the data is been maintained in row column. In my column, I am having managers. In my column, I am having employee name. In this column, I am having an IDs. All my contact numbers are being stored. All the other cards are details are stored here. All pin codes are being stored over here. This can be mannerized, this can be understood by the help of metadata. This is the called as a metadata. This is the simple definition. So data about data is the simple definition of metadata. The data that is used to represent other data is known as metadata. ये भी एक लोगों ने कुछ इसका example दिया है. This is also we call it as metadata. For example, the index of book जो मैंने example इन्होंने बताया वो example मैंने मेरे तरीके से बताया आपको. You can understand this one. This is metadata. Now in the other words, you can say that the metadata is summarized data that lead up to detailed data. That lead up to the detailed data. So what is detailed data? The remaining part. This is detailed data, but this is leading. This is leading actually. What is this data? This data is nothing but the employee names are there. So this will be leading the details of the data, and we can refer it as we can define metadata as this example also. So metadata is a roadmap to data warehouses also. Naya jo definition as far as data warehouse is concerned, we can define this as metadata is a roadmap to data warehouse, or you can define it as metadata is a data warehouse. Define the warehouse objects. Define the warehouse object. This is the new definition apart from this definition. Data about data, you can call it as a roadmap of data warehouse, or you can call it as data warehouse object. Okay, or you can say it as metadata act as a dictionary. This dictionary help to decide support system to locate the content of the data warehouses. So are you clear with this one? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now next question again comes in the mind, that is note you have to keep in mind. That is, in data warehouses you create metadata for the data names and define it for a given data warehouses along with the metadata. Additional metadata is also created with time stamping and extended data, the source of extended data also. So you are using this information for in the data warehouses. This is the most important information these people have highlighted. Now we need to understand, ये तो हमें समझ में आया data about data, but उसकी categories कौन कौन सी? There are three categories you have to understand. Three broad categories of metadata you have to understand and keep in mind. One is business metadata, second one is technical metadata, and third one is operational metadata. This has been represented in diagram. That is, metadata is being categorized into three: business metadata, technical metadata, and operational. What is exactly business metadata? Okay, now business metadata is, I can say that it has the data ownership information, business definition, and changing policies. So data that have an ownership information, business definition, and changing policies are coming under the category called as a business data. And technical data that includes database system name, table, column name, and size, the data type, the allowed value. This is called as a technical metadata. किसने, the DBA information, who will be accessing, who is the manager, all information is maintained by the business metadata. Data about data. Now who is the manager, what is the all details that will be accessing the databases and उसके अंदर के table, वो information business metadata में होती है. And table, columns, data type कौन सा है, everything is maintained into technical metadata. So the technical metadata also includes structural information such as primary key, foreign key, attributes, indices. इस ऐसी information हम technical metadata में maintain करते हैं. But when you go for operational metadata, it includes currency of data and data. Currency of data means whether the data is active, archived, or plugged. Linear to data means the history of the data migration and transformation. म्हणजे all logsit information, किसने data लाया, when he has updated, where he has stored, when the data was retrieved. All operational information is maintained in operational metadata. Okay, technical information, columns, table, data, everything is be maintained in the technical. Who will be managing, what is the role, can he insert, can he select, can he update, that is being maintained by business metadata. Are you clear with this one? The three categories of metadata data? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now next is role of metadata. ये इनका role क्या है? Metadata is very important role is in data warehouses. क्यों? Because the role of metadata in a warehouse is different from the warehouse data. ध्यान में रखना, उसका role data metadata का role is different from the warehouse data. It is very much different from your data. You cannot treat it just like a data. That's why it is different. So it play an very important role. जैसे मैंने यहाँ पर बताया कि अगर ये नहीं होता तो हमें कुछ पता नहीं, ये नीचे क्या है वो हम पता ही नहीं कर सकते. So it plays a very important role of metadata in explaining. So metadata act as a dictionary. Why it is important? Question is very simple. Why? What is the role of metadata? Question. The answer is very simple. Metadata act as a dictionary. This dictionary help the decision support system, that is a DSS, to locate and contain the data warehouse. Metadata help in decision support system for mapping of data when data is transformed from operational environment to the data warehouse environment. So whenever your data is being transformed from operational into data warehouse, this metadata plays very important role. Then metadata helps in summarization between current detailed data and highly summarized data. Now हर बार बोला जाता है your OLAP, online analytical processing, always work on summarized data. So metadata helps in summarization between current detailed data and highly summarized data. So this is helping us to get a help into this one. Next is your metadata also help in summarization between lighter detailed data and highly summarized data. दोनों के बीच में भी help करता है for the purpose of summarization. This again you have to keep in mind. Then metadata is used for query tools. This is the only tool that is you can use your data. आप retrieve करने के लिए आपको ये column के नाम पता होना चाहिए. This is the only tool to retrieve data. That's why it is used for query tools. Metadata is used in extraction and cleaning tools also. Metadata is used in reporting. Metadata is used in transformation. Metadata plays an important role in loading the functions also, aggregation function. Is it clear to everybody? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the following diagram shows the role of metadata. Role क्या क्या है? Data warehouse के अंदर metadata जो है आपने रखा उसका role क्या? First, data mining tool help करता है. It load a function. It query tools के लिए help करता है. It helps in web application. It helps in source system. It helps in OLAP tools. It helps in extraction in tools. It helps in transformation of data in the tools. So all operations can be managed with the help of metadata. If it is not there, nothing can happen. Now the metadata repository. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of repository? Yes, can anyone tell me the meaning of repository? Yes, anyone from your class? Anyone? Are you there, everyone?
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of repository then?
In Marathi, Bhandar.
Yes. This is storeroom of metadata. What is exactly? The metadata repository is an integral part of. अगर ये नहीं भंडार ही नहीं तो हम ये रखेंगे कहाँ पर? This is just like a databases. Okay. So definition of data warehouse is very simple. It includes the declaration of structure of data warehouse. The description is defined by the schema. Now what is there in this repository? There are different types of schema, the views, the hierarchies, the derived data definition, and data location and content. Everything is been maintained in data warehouses. And business metadata, जैसे मैंने बोला कि यहाँ पर this example, that is business metadata, मतलब क्या? The ownership, who is the accessing the database and every ownership. This information is also maintained in this repository. Operational metadata, जैसे मैंने बोला operational metadata मतलब क्या, log sheets and all those archives and active and plugged and who have not plugged and history and everything is being maintained in the metadata. And data for mapping from operational environment to the data warehouse is again been maintained into the data warehouses or repositories of metadata who has retrieved. And algorithms and summarization are also been present into your data metadata repository. So this is a one container that contains data warehouses component like business metadata, operational metadata, mapping of operational environment, and algorithms and summarization. Just like granularity, algorithm, aggregation, summarization, all has been stored into repository जिसको हम भंडार बोलते हैं. metadata का भंडार में क्या क्या चीजें होती है. So are you clear with this one? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what are the challenges of metadata management? इसको manage करना बहुत difficult. You can manage a data, but managing a metadata is rather difficult. So the importance of metadata cannot be overstated. Metadata helps in driving the accuracy of reports, validate data transformation, and ensure that the accuracy of calculation. Metadata also reforms the definition of business terms to business end user also. So with all your user metadata, it also helps in challenges also. So what are ये इतने सब कुछ काम कर सकता है आपके लिए, पर इसका कोई drawbacks भी है. Now, what is that drawback? What is that drawback? One second. Pooja, can you please unmute? Okay. Challenges of metadata, यानी this ये तो काम बहुत सारे करता है, यानी क्या करता है, what is it is doing? Metadata helps in driving the accuracy of report, it helps in validation of data transformation, it helps in to ensure the accuracy of calculation. You have calculated average, mean, mode, maximum, everything. It enforces the definition of business terms to the business end user. Okay, so definition can be forced. So if these are the best things, then what are the challenge in front of it? So it has a challenge like this one. So metadata is a big organization, is scattered across the organization. So metadata is spread in spreadsheets, it is spread in databases, it is spread in applications. So it becomes very difficult to manage spreadsheets, database, and application. This is one more challenge. Metadata could be present in text files, or it can be in multimedia files, or you can use the data from information management solution. So again, this is a very big challenge for you. So you have to work on different types of formats. Then there is no industry-wide acceptance standards as far as the metadata is concerned. There is no specific standards for metadata. Database management solutions like vendors have narrow focus, and there is no easy and acceptable method for passing metadata. So these are the drawbacks. We can say that there are the challenges. Now point 2.6, metadata management in practice. Metadata requirement gathering, metadata classification, metadata collections, all those things we'll be talking about this within 2 or 3 minutes. The basic approach of developing a classified schema is very simple. That is, you have to identify your stakeholders, and into this the project's sponsorer you have to first identify as far as the stakeholder is concerned. Business unit managers who will be managing the business, then record management. Why we are going into this one? So why we are going into this one? It's very simple. We are in the approaches, we are reading the approaches for developing the classified schema. Why we go for developing a classified schema? It's very simple. Why we go for dividing your schema, whether to go for star, whether to go for snowflake, or whether to go for your galaxy. How you decide? You decide with the identification of the stakeholders. What is the project sponsor? What are the business managers? What is the record manager? Now, what infrastructure you want to use? That is the one thing. And on these scenarios, you will be deciding how to and what type of schema you should be used for implementing into your organization. Now basically, when we define the purpose of any application, it is also important that whenever we are working with the classification schema, we need to understand the purpose, why we want to create the data warehouse. we want to determine the approaches, what all approaches you want to use, the hierarchical approaches or traditional approaches, what type of approaches, what type of schemas you want to use, what type of context record you are having, what is the goal you want to specify. So this type of questions come and you have to find the answer by determining the approaches. So then only you can be able to understand what is actually happening with this what you call as metadata gatherings. So there are tools available, जैसे मैंने बोला कि there are tools available in the market, many tools are there, you have to use these tools for implementing your schemas. But what is most important that you have to understand why we are going for data warehouses, what is the approach you will be following, and on this contest only you can be creating a successful what you call as data warehouses that implement different types of schema based on your applications. What is your business and what is applicable metadatas and what are the applicable schemas you can implement so that you can get a very good result at the end of the day. So are you clear with this chapter number 2? If you have any doubts, I think I have completed everything. Tools, we have already gone into the tools, the 25 tools which are available over there. All tools are applicable to metadata. You can use those tools for getting the information or using the information of metadata. If you have any doubt, you can speak with me. We are ending up with the chapter number 2, and in the next session, that is we will be talking about your next chapter number 3, that is nothing but your data mining. How many chapters are there? Can anyone tell me? Yes? Can anyone tell me how many chapters are there? Yes? Okay, so again we are in this one. The chapter number 1 we have already covered. Are everyone there? You start your videos first. I just want to check it. All start your video. All start your videos. All start your videos. Rest Pooja, Rohini, Gaurav, Dipali, Snehal. Today there is one session that is I have already shared on your WhatsApp. There is a session for resume building and all those things, huh? From 2 to 3. Microsoft Team Builder को download करो and you just go through. It's a very good speaker. They will be having a live from Pune. वो आप उसको join करो on time. Everyone, Dipali, Rohini, ask you share this. I have already shared in the group, but you share with all the students from your class and you get it down. Okay. Now this chapter we have completed, that is data warehouse fundamentals we have covered. Then we have gone into data warehouse architecture also in detail. Now we are ending with the next problem, that is the data pre-processing and ETLs. Okay, so this is actually what is trending, the pre-processing, the cleaning of tasks, the data integration. This we will be talking in the chapter number 3. It is very short chapter, but we will be going into this one very precisely. Okay, what is extract, what is transform, what is load. Okay, and then the chapter number 4, that is OLAP, introduction and characteristics will be talking. 5th one will be talking about the mining, and 6th one will be the techniques for mining a data, and 7th one is the clustering, then web minings. Okay, so this is what the syllabus specifies, and if you are clear with chapter 1 and 2, then आगे वाले chapters बहुत simple है. Yes, any doubts, any question you want to ask, or should we stop for the day? So we'll meet on Friday, I think so. Okay, Friday na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Friday we'll be meeting and we will be starting with chapter number. In a very fast way I will be completing the chapter number 3, because this is ETL, only theoretical concepts are there. Okay, so till then, take care and have a good day. So chapter number 1 and 2 notes are already shared with you. You go through the notes and prepare your MCQs, what all questions may be asked on that one. Okay, so I am stopping for the day,
Yes.
and you just go through the chapter 1 and 2. That's it.